What was the bottom line? What was our takeaway? That Bill Belichick lost the power struggle.
That is correct.
Not directly with Tom Brady, but to Robert Kraft. Robert Kraft, again, one more time, decided in favor of Brady over Garoppolo and ordered, according to that piece, and we both believe that piece, ordered Bill Belichick at the trade deadline, you will part ways with your succession plan at quarterback.
So if he's not going to take the coach job, all right, what kind of job would he take? Next question would be, there must be something else wrong with Andrew Luck. And the third conclusion is, did Kraft give him enough in the conversation outside of the money in his contract that would lead him to believe he could be the next guy in New England? Like, those are all three of the things that I have to ask myself.
Yo gamers, how is it going? It's your boy Ben with Pride, and as you can see, we are starting a Madden 20 franchise mode that we're gonna call, there's gonna be a series that we're gonna call Continue the Dynasty. Belichick was trying to get rid of Brady. Mr. Kraft said that was a no-go because of how great Brady is and has been for the organization. So after the Super Bowl, they sat down, had a little talk. After they realized they weren't really going to get anywhere, Belichick just surprisingly decided to retire. And as you're currently making Josh McDaniels, as he was hired on to replace Bill Belichick. You know, as you guys know, last offseason, Josh McDaniels was just about to go to the Colts when they ended up working out a deal for them to come back. He let the Colts hang in and is now with the Pats. And pretty much, we're going to be going through this. It's going to be the preseason when we get started. You know, we're going to go through the roster and everything. I basically just want to do this as a little intro, introducing the series, hoping that this can become a pretty good one. Alright, so here we are, preseason week 1. As I said earlier, no, we're not going to play a game. We're going to go over the roster, see who's fighting for what position and whatnot. As you can tell, Tom Brady's coming to talk to us real quick. Let's see what he's got to say. Coach McDaniels, before we get too far in the preseason, I just wanted to offer my 2 cents. I think we should get our rookies as much playing time as possible this preseason, especially if they have a hidden development trait. I already know about development traits, so we're going to end this conversation. And basically, we're going to do just like he suggested. Brian Hoyer has no future with this team, so I already know I'm cutting him. Of course, Jared Stidham will be backing up Tom Brady, but we're going to go ahead and bring in some other young quarterback to battle with Stidham for that second spot. We do got JT Barrett. He's more of your scrambling type. You know, doesn't have really good accuracy, but he's got some wheels on him. Oh, man, my guy Blake Sims. If he was younger, I'd take him. I'm a big Alabama fan, man. Hate seeing Bama players not succeed in the NFL. It hurts. Alright, so let's see. JT Barrett and Trevor Knight. It's going to be between those two. Trevor Knight's actually got better wheels than him. So really, it's just about the accuracy. Throw power, Trevor Knight's got it. Short accuracy, JT does. Medium accuracy, JT's got it. Deep accuracy, JT's got it. Throwing a run, throwing the pressure, all that. So we're going to bring in JT Barrett to battle Jared Stidham for the backup role. Alright, so we're gonna fill out those last 2 spots. Let me see where we're lacking. Alright, so after going through the roster real quick, just scanning over it, we need a right guard and a tight end. So really with these linemen, I look for strength. So we'll probably go with Saragusa. That name sounds familiar. I wonder, he might have been in Hard Knocks, because that name sounds really familiar. And then we're going to bring in a tight end who is showing some potential. Probably going to bring in Hodges. He's a vertical threat. You know, we need somebody to at least try to replace Gronk with. So we going to give him his shot. And how I'm going to do it is basically the starters who I know are going to be starting. They're not going to play preseason. We're not going to risk the injuries. Injuries are going to stay on. I don't like having injuries off for any reason whatsoever. So, of course, quarterback position, we got Tom Brady. You already know he's going to be the starter. Okay, these two are going to be battling for the backup. We can only keep one. Halfback, I know I'm keeping White. I know I'm keeping Michelle. So these three are going to be battling it out. Fullback, of course, we got James Devlin. Receiver, Josh Gordon. He's out for the year on suspension. So he's not going to be available this year. Could he potentially be reinstated next year? All right, so we have, without Josh Gordon, we have 9 receivers. We got to cut 2 of them somewhere. So we'll have to see about that. They got to earn their spots. Julian Edelman, of course, I know I'm keeping. The rookie, I know I'm keeping. Tight end, it's a battle to see who's going to start. I don't know who I'm keeping. Benjamin Watson, of course. Well, I'm going to keep Benjamin Watson, but he's not the for sure starter. So, I'll let him play a couple drives, see how he does. We'll go from there. I really want him for his veteran presence. Now, with the offensive line, I think we already have 2 each. Okay, so see, like right there, Thuney is going to sit. If we have more than 2, the starter is going to sit. If we only have 2 of that position, the starter, of course, will have to play. And then he'll go out whenever the starters go out. Well, not actually. We'll let the starters rest. We'll put them in that backup role. We'll have to switch them out again once after the first quarter, but we can do that, no problem. Andrews, of course, is a for sure starter. We'll probably actually pick up another center and let those 2 battle out because he is hot trash. Of course, we got Shaq Mason starting. Marcus Cannon is going to be starter. Probably end up getting another right tackle. Bennett, of course, is going to be our starter. Let's cut him because I know there's a very low chance that I would want to keep him. So we'll cut him to sign the right tackle. You got to cut, and then we'll probably just cut, let me see, right in. Of course, well, actually, Wise and Winovich are going to be battling for that. Wise, he's pretty good, but Winovich has a lot of potential, could overtake him. So we'll see. As far as DT, not a real big fan of Lawrence Guy. I'm a big fan of Danny Shelton, but David Perry we're not going to be keeping, so we'll cut him so we can sign another center. Pretty much Shelton, I know I'm keeping. I'll have to see for the others. Left outside linebacker. Probably going to end up keeping these 2. Maybe Brandon King can find a position somewhere else along the linebackers. We'll see. Middle linebacker. I know I'm keeping Bentley. He's pretty good. Well, actually, I'll probably end up keeping all 3 of these guys. Munson, I hadn't played with him at all, so maybe Brandon King will end up taking his spot. Dante Hightower, of course, I'm keeping. Don't know anything about him. Have to end up talking to Josh McDaniels about some of these guys. He's been with this team for quite a while, so he probably knows a little bit more than me about this squad. We'll probably end up sending one of these corners to practice squad. Because all these guys, I really don't want to cut any of these guys. I really don't want to lose any of them. So we'll see. Free safety, of course. McCourty's got that spot on lock. Have to see who gets that backup role, though. So Dawson Jr., Ebner, and Howard. Patrick Chung, he costs way too much for me to end up cutting. So we're going to have to keep him. And he's a pretty big hitter. So we'll see who can get up there behind him. Of course, you got Gostkowski. And we definitely going to see about these 2. I'm going to let each of them play one half. Of course, might end up cutting him because he'd be a whole lot. I'd free up some cap. Alrighty, so we're going to bring in Kyle Friend as the center that's going to fight for the backup role. And then for the right tackle, let's take a look. We're going to bring in Vidal Alexander to be in that right tackle spot. Y'all leave me some feedback in the comment section. I need to look up sliders and look up some auto sub recommendations, draft classes, all that good stuff. But y'all leave me some feedback out in the comment section. Let me know how you would like these videos in terms of length, in terms of the type of commentary. We're gonna do this first one. I probably won't have a comment by the time the first game comes out. But I'll be keeping an eye out for that. So y'all go ahead and leave a like if you enjoy this little intro. And subscribe and hit that bell notification if you haven't already. And y'all have a great day and God bless.